Do you remember the first single you bought?
Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, yeah. I love Property Brothers, and I love all the brothers' property.
Well, you have good taste, sir.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I don't do karaoke.
Okay.
Do you ever come to Palm Springs, do it with me?
No.
All right.
A little bit of love goes a long, long way, lifting you up to a brighter day. A little bit of love,
Welcome, RuPaul.
Hello, everybody. I'm RuPaul. Now, everybody say love. Everybody say love. I love it. Welcome to my show, or should I say, welcome to our show. Now, many of y'all know me looking like this, but starting today, I want you all to know me like this. Okay? Now, I was born and raised in San Diego with my mother and my 3 sisters, and at 15, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, where I joined a punk rock band and had lots and lots of ups and downs and learned a lot of lessons along the way. The biggest lesson I learned was to love myself. You gotta learn to love yourself. Because, we all have this negative voice. I call it my inner saboteur. And it screams all kinds of garbage at me, trying to make me feel bad about myself. The solution I found is to nurture a positive, loving voice to counterbalance that negative one. It's a daily practice, child. I'm doing it every day. Because if you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Let the church say amen. True. Here's how it goes. We're doing 3 weeks of test shows, and it's up to you to decide if you want us to stick around. So let your voice be heard. Y'all, I need you to tweet, Instagram, Facebook, what do they call, whatever the kids are doing. I need you to do it. You just use at RuPaul Show. Tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your play cousin, Cornisha and them. I need you all to help do this thing. So let's have some fun. Who's with me? Now, here's the RuPaul Show's first bit of takeaway. Wherever you go today, the grocery store, the movie theater, the DMV, I want you to walk in like the world is your runway, okay? Ladies, come on up here, syncopated ladies. These are my sleigh of the day. Wow. Now, you guys dance with Beyonce. Was it scary dancing for the queen?
Well, she's the queen bee, and we love her so much. And guess what? She makes everybody feel amazing.
Of course she does. My goodness. Okay, now, syncopated ladies, strut yourself one more time down this runway. Take it away, ladies.
Thank you.
All right. First guests come out, I want you guys to say hello to my 2 besties here, Michelle Visage and Ross Matthews. I'm so glad you guys are here.
So glad we are here.
Yes.
We would not miss it.
No.
Good. Now, listen, guys.
You validate parking too. So.
Yes, I do validate parking.
Yes, good.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
And feelings.
Well, that's what friends are for. That's what, in some of my toughest times, I've had to call people of my tribe to help me, bring me out of that icky place. And we all go there.
Yeah.
And I want you to know, if there's ever a time when you're in that icky place, you can call Collect.
That's
And
terrible.
I just might answer.
No, maybe.
I might.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
might.
Yeah.
All right, so let's bring our first guest out.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
let's do
let's
it.
kick it off with one of the funniest, nicest loveliest, most talented guys on the planet. Please welcome Late Late Show host James Corden.
Very good. How are you?
Hi, darling.
Hi.
Look at you. Come on, fashion.
How are you doing?
What is this? Who makes that? Do you know?
This whole thing? Stop.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Do you style yourself? Do you get to pick out the clothes?
I think so. I do. Yeah. I'm better at shopping for my wife than I am for me. Because I think women's fashion's more interesting.
I think
find
so.
it bolder.
I've heard. I've been told.
Well, you don't have any experience in that
No,
yourself?
no,
of course not.
None
No.
at all. None at all. Where'd you get your fashion sense? From your mom, your dad?
I don't know. I think it probably... You're very sweet thinking that I have any. It's
You
very
do.
lovely.
You do. Look at you. Look at that's gorgeous.
Well, that all looks basically the same, but I do... What you're getting there is dark colours. No, I enjoy a bit of glamour. I guess it comes back to probably school.
Yeah.
Where if you're big, in case you haven't noticed as I am, if you're big, if you're big at school, then you kind of have to make a choice whether you're going to make yourself a bigger target, which then actually kind of scares bullies away.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to try to not be picked on and sort of you can retreat within yourself. And I just decided at school, I was like, well, I'll make myself the biggest target.
Yeah.
I'll be the first person to make a joke about myself,
Yeah.
what I'm wearing, what I look like, all those things. And you almost sort of build a shield of armor.
Yeah. And a lot of kids choose to do that, to say, I'm going to zap them before they zap me.
Yeah.
And I think it's a smart strategy, And as a kid, were you always James Corden? Were you always the larger-than-life character?
Yes, I think so. Although, I don't know, I think you might be this as well. I think you might have the same thing that I think I've got, which is that I am an introverted extrovert.
Exactly.
I'm probably
Yeah.
my natural state is probably one of being quite shy.
Yeah.
But I love performing so much that you really can't do both.
Yeah.
So in my, we've spent time together personally, and in my personal, I'm sorry, I don't consider myself, I don't ever really want to go in somewhere and be like,
Yeah.
here I am.
Yeah.
But if I'm on stage, if I'm performing, if I'm working, then that's absolutely what I love doing,
Yeah, 'cause I met your wife at the Met Ball last
Yes.
week or whenever that was.
I don't remember
I don't
a lot
remember
of that
either.
night.
But, but what
There's a little
gorgeous.
glamour. There's a
Very
little
glamorous,
glamour.
yeah.
I
But
know. Isn't she so beautiful?
She is so beautiful. What would she say you're like when you're not on? Are you fun? Are you quiet? Are you introspective?
I hope I'm quiet. I hope I'm fun.
Yeah.
But I think I'm probably quieter than people imagine.
Yeah.
Because I get sick of the sound of my own voice.
No.
Like I do. All I do some days is just...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I should have known when I signed up to be a talk show host
Well.
that talking would be a part of it. But you do just sort of, you spend all day talking. So quite often I'll get home and, I don't know, I love a sort of quiet cuddle.
Sure.
That's what I really,
But you've
that's
got
what I
kids.
like.
You can't. There's no quiet at your house, right? How many kids are there?
We have 3 children.
Are you the father of all of them?
I hope so. I'm definitely the father of 2.
Probably,
One of them
yes.
seems an annoying. No,
Do you like your children?
I love them so
You
much.
can listen. You can be honest here.
No, I like them very, very much. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
They're turning into, without question, the best people I've ever met.
Oh, my goodness.
And they are.
beautiful.
And that's a lot because I've met you.
Yeah. Oh well. But somebody told me something really disturbing about social media. That someone said something nasty about your kid, and that you went into Papa Bear attack mode on them. What is it? you pay attention to what people are saying
I don't
online?
really. I don't. I don't at all. And in truth, very, very little of it kind of affects or hurts me because I sort of think, I don't know. My feeling is, what anybody thinks of me is really probably none of my business.
It isn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Can I get an amen up in here? Remember that. Remember that.
But it was a random comment from someone who I hope didn't mean it, but they sent me a message. It was to do with like Game of Thrones or something silly, and they wrote in a tweet that they hoped that my child got cancer, and I saw it, and it didn't. I didn't find myself getting really upset by it. I just thought, I don't think I'm going to let you get away with that one.
Right,
I don't think I'm going to let that one slide. So I just replied saying, don't say that.
Yeah.
That's a nasty thing to say, and
Yeah.
I think probably at your core you don't mean it.
Right.
And
right.
probably think that I'll never see it.
Right.
But that's the truth of it. You do see it, and it's a bad thing to say. And then he said that it was a joke, and I said, well, I don't think it's very funny.
No.
And I'm saying this as someone who tells lots of jokes that aren't funny. You know, I hope your children never, if you're lucky enough to have them, never get to see that their parent would say such a thing. And then he got taken off Twitter, so it was lovely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a real
really?
win-win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. As, you know, as a kid, you were always James Corden. You were always big, bright, and fluffy.
Yes.
Yes. And so, oh my God, look how gorgeous. Somebody told me that you were actually working as a reporter for the BBC as a teenager. Is that right?
Well, I wasn't working. I wasn't being paid. I realised retrospectively it was essentially child labour, but no. I entered a competition and got picked as like I was like 14.
Yeah.
I got picked as like a showbiz reporter for a morning show. So I would do things like, you know, be at the odd sort of premiere, or I remember going to a very fancy hotel. I'd never been to a fancy hotel before. I thought I had, but realised I hadn't. When I went to interview Meatloaf, and I would do stuff like that for them when I was a child. But yeah, I always wanted to perform really in any capacity that I could. There was never a moment where I wanted to do anything else.
Yeah, were you a fan of Meatloaf's at the time?
I was, yeah.
Oh, he's fantastic.
He's
Had
amazing.
you seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, of course. I love
But
that
back
show so much.
when you interviewed him, had you seen it by then?
I'd seen it then, yes, because I was
Yeah.
obsessed with musicals, and any musical I've ever heard and seen. So anything I could see, I just loved. But yeah, I'd seen the film. I'd never seen it live on stage, but I'd seen the Richard O'Brien film, which is still a classic as far as
I
I'm
love it.
concerned.
It's a turning point for me. So now, when you're growing up and you're a straight kid and you love musicals,
Yes.
walk me through that. How do you navigate that? Because clearly, you know, people want to make fun. Wait, first of all, what's your favorite Broadway musical song? Mine is it's The Hard Knock Life.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my
from
all-time
Annie. That's great.
favorite Broadway musical song. Do you have one?
I do, actually, and it's quite obscure. And I don't know if you'll know it, but if you don't,
Well,
you
Michelle will know it.
You would
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
Don't
It's from a musical called Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Right,
Yeah.
Cheetah Rivera.
Yeah.
And there's a song called She's a Woman.
Okay.
And it's beautiful. It's
Wait,
absolutely
what is
beautiful.
it about that song that makes it your favorite?
I think it's the notion of it's about daydreaming about something that you're not.
Do you want to be a woman? Do you? You can tell us here. You can tell us here.
In many ways, I feel like I might be. I don't, you know, I don't know. I stand in awe of women, all women. I think they're incredible. They take my breath away. They do. I look at my wife. I look at my mum. I look at my daughters, and I think it's the single most astonishing miracle you'll ever see. Like, I remember once coming home from work when Julia, my wife, was pregnant with our second child, and she was sat on the couch. She was maybe like 7.5 months pregnant at this point, and you know, she like a snacks just resting on her. So, and I came home, and she said, "How was your day?" And for a moment, I was a little indulgent, and I went, "Oh my God!" I said, "I had to do this thing. I had to do an interview. I had to go the other side of London to do this thing, and then I had to come back. And oh my God, I'm just exhausted. I'm so tired." And my wife looked at me with eyes of just sheer rage, and she went, "Are you?" She went, "Are you tired?" She said, "Are you feeling tired?" She went, "I built eyelashes inside my stomach today." And I didn't even know I could do that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. We're going to be right back after this. More James. Oh, my goodness.
Bear in mind, I'm a straight father of 3. Fierce, you're vulnerable.
Okay. We all have a story to tell, and I'm getting to the bottom of Paula Abdul's.
A lot of people don't know this. That changed my life.
Plus, Olympic medalist Adam Rippon.
In the blink of an eye, all of a sudden everything is different.
And a triple threat that's changing the beauty world. How great is that? On the next RuPaul.
I'm here in London to interview Meatloaf, and I think this is where he's staying. Excuse me, is this where Meatloaf's staying?
Yes, he is, sir.
Thanks very much. See you in a minute.
This is James right here, and I'm Meatloaf, and we're doing this English breakfast show, and it's like really cool.
Do you prefer performing or to doing all the promotional side of things? Is that what you really love?
Are you kidding? Yeah. Promotion tour, you want to do this, James. Yeah. This is what you want to do here. You better hold this. Just hold this for a second. Because during a promotion tour, this is exactly what you want to do.
I don't know how you found that far.
Wow.
That is really... I haven't seen that in so long.
Well, you're a natural.
Oh, shut up.
No, it's
that
true.
Was terrible.
No,
That was terrible.
You're naturally inquisitive.
Who asks a question, do you prefer performing or the promotional stuff? It's the worst question anyone's ever heard.
Now, Abby, had you interviewed anyone before
No,
that?
never.
And how long after that did you get your first, like, really big break? When did you start working?
It was probably my first job was a musical in the West End, and I was 17, so it would have been about 4 years after that, probably, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I know you're friends with Prince Harry, and do you ever go to Buckingham Palace? Or what I like to call it, Tuckingham Palace.
I've only been to Tuckingham Palace once when I got given they call it an officer of the British Empire.
Yes.
So
Congratulations.
You get given that by a member of the royal family. That's the only time I've been to Buckingham Palace, but
do they prep you for it? Like, do they tell you can't do this, you can't do this? Don't look at anyone directly in the eye. What do they do?
Well, they say if you're meeting the Queen, that you shouldn't ask a question. You should wait for the Queen to ask you a question.
Okay.
And you say...
I should make that happen for
you
this
should.
show.
You should. You should.
You know?
You should.
Have you met her?
The Queen?
The Queen?
I've walked past her.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't... at Harry and Meghan's wedding...
The wedding, yeah.
I was walking down a corridor, and it was a long way away, but I could tell that someone very important was down there because of the way that people were reacting as they were. And then I saw, oh my God, it's the Queen, and I'm sort of trying to make eye contact in the hope that she's like loves carpool karaoke or something. I was like, she just walked past, and I sort of just went, and she went like this. And that was it.
And that
yes,
was it.
That
Did
was
you
my
put a
thing.
little extra sissy in that walk? Did you put a little wiggle in it to get you?
I always like to hope that there's some sass in my walk. I like to hope, but it wasn't the widest corridor, so I couldn't really let the arms go. You know, I had to keep it together.
Now, you've met everyone. Is there anyone you haven't met? You've had everyone on Carpool Karaoke.
Well, there's still a few that we'd love to do it with, you know. Paul Simon, Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
Cher.
wow.
There's a lot of people I'd love to do it with.
Do you remember the first single you bought at
I do.
14? What was it?
It was the first. It was a cassette of Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I listened to it over and over again.
Well, you know, it's too bad that the New Jack Swing sound didn't, the shelf life of that sound, they tried to bring it back recently, the New Jack Swing.
Well, also Bruno's album, that 24 Karat, had
Yes,
a flavour
it had
of
a
that
flavour
I
of
liked.
that, yes.
But I'm always a sucker for a really tight snare, you know?
From your lips to God's ears. Listen, now, I know that you have to go and work today, and
Sure.
I'm so grateful for you to stop
I'm
by.
so happy to
and
be here.
Be our
I'm
very...
so happy you're doing this show. It's everything that people want. You're so amazing.
Thank you so much.
You are. So you have to know that. You have to know that.
That's very sweet.
Like, honestly, if I'm allowed to, it's your first show. If I could praise you for just a moment. Well, you know, on our show, we have people come by the show, and almost with everybody, there is a line, there is a difference between what a guest is like in their changing room, their dressing room, to what they're like when they're on the show, and what they're like when they're on television, and who they are and what they might represent. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But from the second you're in RuPaul's orbit, I've always found myself to be in the presence of someone who is so centered, so together, knows exactly who they are and what they want. You can't help but feel a better person every time you're around you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I think you are a blessing.
Thank you. That's very kind.
I mean it.
All right, now before you go,
Yes.
before you go, I've never done this with you. I would love to walk the runway with you. Would you do that with me? All right, come on over. All right, come on over. Here we go. Watch your step there.
Now wait, hang on. I want to tell you something.
Yeah,
Hang on.
all right.
So wait. When I walk the runway, I have a very, very set choreography and set of rules.
Okay.
Do you mind if I show you?
Let's see what you do
Okay,
first. Yeah.
so, hang on, just drop the music for just a moment because you need to hear it. And
Yeah.
this is what I abide by,
Okay.
okay? Bear in mind, I am a straight father of three from High Wycombe, Buckinghamshire. Okay, so this is what I do.
Okay.
Fierce, 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 you're vulnerable.
Okay.
Okay?
That works.
That's it. You're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're fierce, you're fierce, you're fierce, you're vulnerable. Fierce, you're fierce, you're fierce, you're vulnerable.
Yes.
Okay?
I'm going to follow that
All right.
lead, okay?
Okay.
Hit the music. You ready?
We'll do like 5 fierces, right?
Okay,
Ready?
yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. Fierce, 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 you're vulnerable.
Thank you, James. Thank you. Coming up, I love twins. My sisters are twins. So stick around. We're going to the Property Brothers right after this. Thank you, James.
Name your favorite talk show host. 3, 2, 1, Rue. Clearly.
That's the right answer. Now, here's something you may not know about me. I have twin sisters, Renee and Renetta. And I got to tell you, my entire life, they were like this exclusive club that I wanted to join. You know, they had their own thing going on. So I'm excited to talk to this next dynamic duo, host of HGTV's hit show, The Property Brothers, now in its 14th season. Please welcome Jonathan and Drew Scott.
Thank you.
I
We thought
love
you'd bring
that.
us some goodies from our Scott Living collection.
That is fabulous. Is this the stuff that's on QVC?
We're just launching our huge Kohl's collection this fall, which is going to be a massive thing. Lowe's and QVC.
Yeah.
I mean, we're everywhere. If you're not watching us, if you're not watching us on HGTV, you're sleeping on our beds. I will say, though, you were off my Christmas card list because you didn't call me to come and do the makeover on your place, which is absolutely amazing. I want to know who did it. This has got to be the most fun and vibrant design we've ever seen for a set.
Well, listen, you know, I'm a Hollywood star. And, you know, I can,
there you go.
yes. Well, I can have crazy, people expect me to have outlandish, wild things, and that's what my house looks like. I love colors. I'm not afraid of colors. We can do it all. And now with your line of it's housewares, right? It's bedding, it's housewares.
Decor.
Is it all sort of more sedate, or is it something wild and crazy like this?
If you've seen our house,
Pillow me, Ross.
Yeah. Oh, pillow. Some of it, like we have the right amount of. You're off the baseball team, first of all. But you know, we like so everything we do. All the solutions with Scott Living, they're for real families. So we want to bring that comfort, that style. When people watch the show and they're like, "I wish I had that." You can. A lot of the style comes, but we also have collections that glam it up a little bit. And the fact too, like I love the fact that you tied all of these bold patterns into your underwear. Like that's amazing.
Yes.
I do the same thing with my plaid shirt. That's my Tuesday underwear. That's my Wednesday. Yeah. No.
You gotta live a little, and that's it. You know, life is short. You have to bring joy and color into it. Who taught you that?
I mean, Jonathan and I have always been excited about trying something new and different. And then Linda and I, we just renovated our house here, restored a beautiful old home in LA, and we brought in some vibrant color. Linda loves colors. So
that's Linda right there.
This is Linda.
Hi,
right
Linda.
Hi.
Yeah.
And Linda's wearing a lot of vibrant colors.
Yeah.
Now, Linda is your common law wife?
Yeah, so, she's my common law. Every now and then she'll spend time with Jonathan and then me. So she's deciding who her favorite is. I'm his third wheel brother.
Yeah, I see. But you guys have another brother.
We do, and this is actually our sister-in-law right here, soon-to-be sister-in-law,
She
Anna
got
Lee.
the pink memo. Anna Lee's not afraid of color at all.
Oh, no. Look, trust me, we have the most bold and beautiful women in our lives, and I think that helps influence all of our design.
It does.
I wrote a quote a long time ago, and it was about the fact that, nothing incredible was ever accomplished by playing it safe.
That's
and that
right.
is, I believe in wholeheartedly.
Well, that's a good point, because, when you go into these people's homes and it's crap, it's reflective of what's going on in their life. So what have you learned about people psychologically? What's going on with most of the people that you all deal with?
I think the one thing I've learned is no matter how crappy it looks, they defend it. Yeah. And they'll be like, I chose that color, or I want it. I'm like, no, but what you have to do is you have to let go of the fact that, maybe some of this stuff, you've been used to it for a long time and you've put up with it, but your home should make your life easier.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things your home can do to make your life easier is to help recharge your batteries, make you feel like you want to jump into bed on a Saturday and never get up again. It's like those sort of things are important to recharge yourself. But also, too, if you have some renovation you were trying to tackle and it's been going on for years, let me tell you, nowadays, the wives are a lot handier than the husbands. That's the stats that are out there. And if you're waiting for your husband to do the project, it ain't going to get done.
Now, a few years ago, the thing for people to do to make money was to flip houses. Everybody's, well, I'm going to start flipping houses now. Has that died down?
Well, no, I mean, the reason they flip is because they're looking for an investment opportunity. But for us, I mean, we have, our new show is Property Brothers Forever Home, and that actually came from our fans. We listen to our fans.
Is that on the Spice Channel?
It's on HGTV, yes. But HGTV is also very spicy.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, with Property Brothers, you had to be buying a home. With our show, Buying and Selling, you had to be selling your home. And there's everyone in between. Our fans are saying, what about us? We love our home. It's just not quite working for us. And that's what I think a lot of people are spending their time on now is they're trying to transform the home they already have and love, but make it something that will function better for their family.
Like the Brady Bunch home.
Oh, that is a good project.
Wait until you see what we did with the Brady house.
We all love the Brady Bunch home, and you guys are renovating it right now.
Yeah. So ourselves, along with about 7 other HGTV talent, this is the largest residential renovation we've ever done. And the original cast, we have all the kids, all the Brady kids are there renovating with us. Yeah. We are renovating that house. HGTV bought that house to make it exactly what the show was, and it will blow your mind because we're putting a 2-story home, which the set was, in a split-level home. You'll have to see it to believe it. It's crazy.
I can't wait to see that. Hey, listen, we're going to look inside all of our favorite rooms in a minute, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. We all have a story to tell, and I'm getting to the bottom of Paula Abdul's.
A lot of people don't know this. That changed my life.
Plus, Olympic medalist Adam Rippon.
In the blink of an eye, all of a sudden everything is different.
And a triple threat that's changing the beauty world. How great is that? On the next RuPaul. Okay, you guys, I want to play a little game with you guys. We call it twinning.
So not striptease.
No,
All right.
not yet.
Okay.
But after a few cocktails. So sit back, and I am going to test your cosmic and psychological connection. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, then I'll count to 3, and both of you, I want you to answer the first thing that comes out of your head, mind, or wherever you want it to come out of.
He has a lot that comes out of it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Continue. Yeah.
At the same time,
Yeah.
okay? All right.
All right.
Question number 1. Now, sit back to back. No, okay, yeah. Sit back to back
We're gonna
like
suck
that.
at this.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not good at this. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to count down to 3, and then you guys are going to answer at the same
All right.
time. You got
All
it?
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What color are you thinking of right now? 3, 2, 1.
Hazel. Turquoise.
Okay, this is going really good.
I won that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Wait, what? Is that a
All
competition?
right. Think of a number between 1 and 10. 3, 2, 1.
9. 3. What did you say? 3. That was also, the 3 is a part of a 9.
It's true.
I was just more.
That's true. Okay, one more. Just one more, okay?
Okay.
All right. Name a breakfast food. 3, 2, 1.
Bacon. Yogurt. Bacon.
All right.
Bacon yogurt, obviously.
This experiment did not go very well. You guys.
Yes. All right.
But you.
Hold on, wait, I got one. Name your favorite talk show host. 3, 2, 1. Rue. Clearly. Yeah.
Rick, that's the right answer.
I got that one right. Yeah.
That is the right answer. And now you guys, it's fascinating. Everyone who is not a twin is fascinated by twins. Who was born first?
I was born first. Obviously. 4 minutes older. Look at the wrinkles. Look at the grays.
But is it weird looking at someone who looks just like you, watching them get older?
It's like looking in a mirror. It's actually, you don't think about it at all, and then I'll just be sitting there one day, and I'll see a picture or something, come up on a magazine or whatever, and it's weird when you all of a sudden remember I share a face with somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a really bizarre thing, and even today it still happens. It doesn't bother me getting older. I think Jonathan's the same, where I feel better now than I did in my 30s, and in the 30s I felt better than the 20s. I think we're becoming more of our own every day, and I love that. And I think that's one thing that we connect with our fans on, is that our fans see how much we just love living life, and we love helping families, and who cares if I'm getting a few wrinkles? It's just giving me character. He's kind of brilliant, too. He's covering it up with a beard. Yeah, so you don't even see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, which is a shame, because he's had so much work done that why would you want to cover it up? Well, he's so pretty. I just wanted to look like him.
Yes. Well, I love Property Brothers, and I love all the brothers' property.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, you have good taste, sir.
Yeah.
You have good taste.
Now, I asked both of you to bring photos of your favorite rooms for entertaining. I want to see that. Now, Drew, let's take a look at your favorite room for entertaining.
Well, so I have my ping pong den. I'm a table tennis nerd, totally. So if anybody plays, game on. Let's do this. And then it's also, we have the theater down there, too. So for me, it's all about bringing people over and entertaining.
Yeah.
So whether it's some gaming or just together time, that's what's important in the house.
Now, Jonathan, let's see your favorite room for entertaining.
There's so many
Really?
favorite rooms. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
This is at the Vegas house. I am an outdoor person.
beautiful.
I love. All of this was just dirt when we bought the house, and we
Yeah.
built it all in. So, we had a big crew party there when we wrapped filming in Vegas a couple months back, and then I had a big crew kids party where all our family and friends brought their kids, and we have a big 2-story water slide.
And it was all in 116 degrees, right?
You know it, but that's how I keep this bronze
All that means
aesthetic.
is you're still having fun with less clothes.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
important. But you see there, too, I mean, the whole thing is your outdoor living should feel like an extension of your indoor living. You want that comfort. You want to feel at home.
Yeah. No, I love having parties and bringing people over and just creating an atmosphere where people can just relax and be themselves. And I get to know them. Now, here's my favorite room for parties right here. That's it's lots of color. Looks just like this in here, actually. There is every color in the rainbow there, and I want people to feel comfortable because I have modern mixed with Louis XIV craziness.
But what I love with what you have here is, I mean, you are definitely our property brother from another mother, because you're showing people, one, color is back, and color's been around for a long time, but people have been afraid to show. And also, you can mix and match. Not everything has to be the same.
Yeah.
To have contrast, it's actually more beautiful in a design.
Is. And I think that's what makes life interesting.
It
is
is.
Contrast and
Yeah.
different. We're going to be right back after this. More Property Brothers. We are here with the Property Brothers, who are fabulous, by the way. Love them. Now, guys, Jasmine and Barry are here from Los Angeles and are on the couch today. Now, Jasmine just graduated with her PhD in education policy. And Barry is a comedian. They have been married for 4 years. And they say they love to entertain, but they don't ever feel comfortable in their own living room. Let's see a few photos. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yes. Oh, it just keeps getting darker. Okay, Barry and Jasmine. Okay, it looks like you guys are in the witness protection program.
What did you do?
I travel a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian, actor, so I'm moving around. I have a son that lives in Chicago, so I go once a month for a week in Chicago.
Yeah.
So because I move around a lot, it's like, you know, and I grew up poor, so, you know, like when you have a lot and you probably have a little money, but you like, it's not so important, I think, is what it is.
You know,
but
you
she's
deserve better, right? You deserve better.
I do.
What is it that you feel is missing from the space, or what's prevented you from pulling it together?
Just putting all of your energy into your career, you know, being an entertainer. You're trying to make it. You know, I moved from Chicago, out here making it. My wife is from...
Yeah, we heard all that, but you could light a lamp.
I can give you a really super easy... Can we have the one that shows the draperies with the rod? There, that picture comes out. The one little trick that I'll show you is the photo where your rod is hanging out an extra 3 feet.
Yeah,
Shove that in.
Yeah.
Because that is just no good. Just shortening the rod, costs you nothing. Over and above all that, I mean, I realize you guys, you're working on your career, you're on the road, you just finished your PhD. You guys are so incredibly busy, and you've probably been putting all your money into those efforts and those things.
Yeah.
True.
So we want to do something a little special for you. My manservant, Ross, is bringing you a $5,000 gift card for our design platform, Casaza. You know,
all of it?
this is for you guys. Now, I want to clarify something. We're not saying frame that and put it on your wall.
No.
That's go on Casaza.com, and that is where you can buy anything for your home. You can style it out. You can get furniture, decor. But we want to dress it up a little bit. Bring some color. Bring some personality. Something as vibrant as the two of you in your house.
Wow.
We want you to feel at home.
Absolutely. Wow.
Thank you, man.
I can't wait. Send us pictures when you guys redo it, okay?
She's going to do it tomorrow, I'm
Oh,
sure.
good. Well, now, Jonathan and Drew, you guys haven't done one thing that I want you guys to do.
There's one thing that we haven't done that I want to do.
Oh, okay. I'm afraid of that.
What am I getting myself into?
I want you guys to walk the runway with me. You
Oh,
guys,
that's it. I'll let you know. Coca Rocha is a friend of ours, and she taught me everything I know.
Okay,
So,
all right. Well, let's head on over to the runway.
do it.
Okay. Watch your step. Okay, can I be in the middle? Can I be in the middle?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you guys ready?
All right.
Let's hit it.
I got good flair.
We'll be right back after this. We all have a story to tell, and I'm getting to the bottom of Paula Abdul's.
A lot of people don't know this. That changed my life.
Plus, Olympic medalist Adam Rippon.
In the blink of an eye, all of a sudden everything is different.
And a triple threat that's changing the beauty world. How great is that? On the next RuPaul. Now, y'all, Michelle Visage and Ross Matthews are two of my very best friends. And we want to get to know you, and we want to get to know me, and I want to get to know Jesus.
Okay. I'll give him a call.
So if you guys got questions for us, send us some social at RuPaul Show. At RuPaul Show. Now, we're going to answer a few questions today, like this one from Sia Some. That's what it says. It says, see us some on Twitter. If you see us something,
Say us something.
Stupid.
Okay, so Sia Some wants to know what's my go-to karaoke song.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I don't do karaoke.
Okay.
I don't do it. You know why? Because I'll tell you why.
Because it all sounds like Cher,
Well,
that's why.
yes, everything I would do on karaoke would sound like Cher,
Which we
but
call
karaoke,
Yeah.
right? But I don't like hearing people sing out of tune.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
So I don't do it. But if I were to do it, the one time I did it, I did "Achy Breaky Heart" by
Billy Ray
Cyrus.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your go-to karaoke song?
It depends how I feel, but usually it's a Pat Benatar song because everybody, especially if you do "We Are Young," you know.
Hell is for Children.
Well, I like that one. It's not really a pick-me-up. But yes, I'll do it in a pinch.
Okay.
Yes. More like "Love Is a Battlefield."
And Heartbreaker.
Yes, Heartbreaker's a great one.
Okay.
You know.
What about you,
Well,
Ross?
karaoke is a religion in Palm Springs.
Is it?
So, yes. So I do Part of Your World.
Of course you do. Ariel,
By who?
Little
Ariel,
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Who
Look at
said
that stuff.
by
Isn't
who?
it neat? Come on, Little
and then
Mermaid.
make my
Little Mermaid.
collection.
Yeah.
Or I'll kick it country and do a Bonnie Raitt, something to talk about.
Oh,
or-
I love that
Yes.
song. I
And-
love that.
Well, I can carry a tune, Rue.
Oh, wow.
Would you ever come to Palm Springs, do it with me?
No.
All right.
No, I won't. We'll be right back after this.
You have the one.
Now, if y'all are feeling a little better today, a little happier, a little lighter, come on back tomorrow. And the next day, and for the next 15 days, spread the word, tell your friends, family, your neighbors, the lady up at the grocery store. Get up on social at RuPaul Show and let everybody know. Because we're not just doing a talk show up in here. No, we're not just doing a talk show. We are building a movement, and you are cordially invited, darling. Come on back. See ya.